A disturbing video has caused alarm across the country, showing former Cabinet Secretary Raphael Tuju lying on the floor in distress at Karen police station shortly after resurfacing from the reported disappearance and being taken into police custody. The incident has sparked widespread concern as conflicting accounts emerge between authorities and Tuju's family over both his alleged disappearance and his treatment while in custody. A disturbing video has caused alarm and it is difficult to watch. It shows a senior public figure in a vulnerable state, and it has raised urgent questions about safety, accountability, and the handling of individuals in police custody. The man at the center of this situation is Raphael Tuju, a former cabinet secretary, a businessman, and a long-term figure in Kenya's political space. The sequence of events surrounding him began with reports of disappearance. His family could not reach him. His phone had been switched off, and concern quickly spread. This concern deepened when his vehicle was discovered abandoned and the car was found with its hazard lights on, and this detail added to the sense of urgency, and it intensified fears about his safety. As hours passed, speculations grew. Political figures began to take notice. Among them was Kalonzo Musyoka. He expressed concern and indicated there was no immediate reason to doubt Tuju's account at the time. The situation appeared serious, and for many, it reflected a broader anxieties about security. Then came a turning point and Raphael Tuju resurfaced. He addressed the media and gave his account of what had happened, and according to him, he believed he was being followed. He described vehicles trailing through the Karen area, and some of these vehicles, he said, did not have number plates. This raised his suspicion and it increased his fear. He explained that he used his knowledge of the area to evade those vehicles, and at one point, he abandoned his car and he sought refuge. He moved into private residence near the Nairobi-Kiambu border, and there he remained out of sight. During this time, his communication was cut off, his phone stayed off, and his family, unable to reach him, reported him missing. This action brought the matter to the attention of authorities, and it set in motion a chain of events that would quickly escalate. And after resurfacing, Tuju went to record a statement, but what followed was unexpected. He was taken into custody. His lawyer Ndegwa Njiru confirmed the arrest, indicated that Tuju had been taken by police officers shortly after speaking to the media. The stated purpose was to allow him to give a formal account, but events at the police station soon raised a fresh concern. Videos began circulating. They showed Tuju in a distressing condition inside Karen police station. He was lying on the floor. Medical personnel were present. Equipment were placed beside him. His condition appeared unstable. According to his family and doctors who attended him, his health had deteriorated. They attributed this to alleged assault during his arrest, and they also pointed to his past medical history. He had injuries from a previous accident, and they believed those injuries may have been aggravated. There were additional medical concerns, and his blood sugar levels were reported to be fluctuating, and this created further risk and increased the urgency for medical attention. However, reports indicate that he was not immediately allowed to go to a hospital, and it is claimed that officers insisted he remains in custody, and that they were acting on instructions from higher authority, and these claims have not gone unnoticed. They have triggered a series of questions, and the questions about whether proper procedures were followed, questions about the balance between investigation and care, and the questions about responsibility. At the same time, public reaction has evolved. When the first reports and videos emerged, some Kenyans reacted with skepticism. Some dismissed the claims, others questioned the motives. This reaction was influenced by Tuju's ongoing legal challenges. He is currently involved in a dispute over a high-value property linked to Dari Business Park in Karen. The property is reportedly at risk of auction, and this context shaped early perceptions. But as more footage emerged showing his condition at the police station, the tone began to shift. Concern began to replace doubt, and also attention moved towards his welfare, and the focus turned to the need for clarity. Meanwhile, authorities have presented a different account. The Directorate of Criminal Investigation has outlined its findings. It is led by Mohammed Amin. According to the DCI, the investigations does not support the claim of disappearance, and instead they state that Tuju remained within his residence throughout the period in question. This conclusion is based on several forms of evidence, including mobile phone tracking, forensic analysis, and also intelligence gathering. They indicated that even after his phone was switched off, data suggested he did not leave his home. They also point to initial actions by his family.
Honorable Raphael Tuju has been arrested and booked at Karen Police Station to record a comprehensive statement explaining his whereabouts, the circumstances behind the abandoned motor vehicle, the reports filed by his family.
Specifically, a refusal to allow police access to the residence. This, they say, raised suspicion. In response, a coordinated operation was launched and police officers were deployed to secure the residence. Steps were taken to preserve the scene, and investigators worked to establish the facts. The DCI now describes the incident as staged disappearance. They suggest it may have been intended to mislead the public and to divert law enforcement resources. They also indicate that Tuju could face legal consequences, including possible charges related to providing false information. Investigators are continuing to gather details. They are examining the circumstances surrounding the abandoned vehicle. They are also seeking information about individuals Tuju said provided him with shelter, and they are reviewing all related evidence. For authorities, this case is part of the broader concern. They point to similar incidents and they warn against what they describe as emerging pattern of staged disappearance. They emphasize that providing false information is a criminal offense, but even these findings are presented, key concerns remain. The condition in which Tuju was seen at the police station has raised serious questions. Questions about treatment in custody, questions about medical care, and questions about transparency. For many Kenyans, the images are difficult to ignore. They show a moment of vulnerability and they highlight the importance of accountability. The case has also demonstrated how quickly situations can evolve, from a reported disappearance to a reappearance to an arrest to conflicting narratives. Each stage has added complexity and each has increased public interest. At its core, this is the case about more than one individual. It touches a broader issues: security, health, law enforcement, and public trust. As the situation continues to unfold, attention remains focused on the facts, on due process, and on the need for clarity. For now, Raphael Tuju remains at the center of this unfolding story. His condition, his account, and the official findings all remain under close examination. A disturbing video has caused alarm, but beyond the images, the truth behind what happened now carries even greater weight for justice, accountability, and public trust. That is all for today from Kenya Lens Media, where we bring you news updates as they break. And kindly, if you're new here, consider